Good morning, happy Monday, and welcome to a new Inspirational Interruptions live stream. I am representing my Memphis Tigers today. Yesterday was the announcement of the NCAA tournament, and as much as I love the Super Bowls, as a Chiefs fan, it's been a really good run. But the March Madness tournament is one of my favorite things in the entire world. So it's great to see my Tigers back in it. Go Tigers! So today kicks off a week of personal branding secrets. And so I want to spend time every morning this week giving you tips and tricks on how to improve your personal brand online, in person, with colleagues, and with clients. So I want to start the week with something that I heard yesterday from probably one of my favorite speakers of all time to listen to, Reverend Adam Hamilton. And he was sharing at church yesterday, he was sharing this message about how you engage people and how people feel about you when they're around you. And it got me thinking about different individuals, and myself included, right? So I'm thinking about my own self. And the message was this: are you making people better when you're around them? How are you impacting them with your presence? Are people feeling better about themselves? Are they better when you leave them? And so it got me thinking about personal branding, and it all boils down to the number one key personal brand secret. And that's just being liked, being a good person and improving people. My grandfather always used to say, leave them better than you found them. And so it got me thinking about how to kick this week off. And this to me is the number one personal branding secret, because I have worked with people that are very, very good at what they do. They're fantastic in the professional services world. They're great salespeople, whatever that winds up being, whatever their specific discipline is. But what I will say without hesitation, and what I say with 100% confidence, is that those who are liked get further than those who are just good at what they do, or are truly just respected for their acumen. And what I mean by that is that there are lots of people, I worked with attorneys for a very long time, and there are lots of attorneys that practice specific types of law. And so what I will say is this, is that there are attorneys that are very, very good at understanding the law, applying it to what their clients need, and getting things done. And so I will say without fail, yes, your acumen is very important. If you're going to handle yourself in business, it is absolutely critical that you're good at what you do, really, really good at what you do, to make sure that your clients' needs are being taken care of. However, I remember hearing a general counsel at a company say one time, the question was asked to her, what turns the tide on a decision on whether or not to hire a certain attorney or a certain firm or a certain group of attorneys, a certain team? And I remember this because it struck me that it was a very unique answer, but it was also, from a personal standpoint, it was very relevant. And what she said was this, is that yes, your experience is important. Whether or not you can get the deal done is important, because at the end of the day, that's what's important. But at some point, she mentioned, she was like, we're going to be in a room trying to get a deal done before midnight, trying to push to get this thing accomplished. And I want to know that the people that I'm in the room with, that I'm going to be spending hours working on this deal with, probably ordering Chinese and wanting to go for a beer later on, I want to know that I like them. And so that just struck me, because if you think about the people that you know in your network, there are people that you respect for what they do, and you need to think about whether or not you like them. A lot of times referrals come down to whether or not I like somebody, or whether or not you like somebody. This isn't just about me. It's the idea that there are lots of people that can do the thing, fill in the blank, that can sell the thing, that can close the deal, that can, work the contract, whatever that is. But if you're going to refer somebody, think about the person that you've worked with that you really just don't like. Are you going to refer them to anyone? They may be the best at their job. They may be the best at providing whatever service that they do. But if you don't like them, you're probably not going to refer them, nor are your clients. Your clients aren't going to refer somebody. There's one thing to say, yeah, this person can get the deal done, and that's fine. Like if you absolutely need to get something done, or you've got something really riding on it, but at the same time, like, what you don't want to have happen are people that are like, yeah, they can get the deal done, but you don't want to have that sentiment, because again, you could get it done. You could be the best person for the job. But if somebody is talking about you in that way, we're like, oh God, just be ready. because they're a lot to take. They're a hot mess. They're a prickly personality. That's not what you want to have happen. You want people to be excited to work with you. You want to have people that are giving glowing referrals based on the idea that they just thoroughly enjoy who you are. Yes, you're awfully damn good at what you do, but they're also adding in, and also you're really going to enjoy working with them. They really have a very easy personality. You know that they're going to get it done, but at the same time, you enjoy being around them. You get excited when you see them on your calendar to have a meeting with them. That to me is critical. And so, it's not just sentiment, it's not just experience. I also want to throw in some data here. There was a research done by a group called CV Library that talked about whether or not being liked at work is important. And I want to share some of these statistics because I think they're very interesting. Majority of the employees that they polled, 94% believe that there are key personality traits which make people more likable, which is being positive, approachable, having a sense of humor. But when we talk about career progression, 86.6% believe that being liked at work can get you further ahead in your career, and 66.8% felt that people that aren't liked struggle to get ahead. So even just those statistics alone, and I think there was one other one, and I should have put these in notes, but I'm just grabbing it in real time here. Yes. So the other point is, what is the difference between being liked and being assertive? Because people were like, well, I'd rather be respected than liked. Okay. That's at the same time, it's easier to be respected if you are liked. So think about the idea that you could still be nice, you could still be easy to get along with, you could still show that you care about your clients, and also be respected and assertive. When I coach people, me being assertive, I'm not a jerk about it. It's showing the respect for the individual and wanting them to be better, but I show it in a way and I communicate in a way that's still very likable. That's easy to do. You don't have to be feared and respected at work to be good at what you do or be liked at by your colleagues. If you are truly a genuine person who cares about the success of the individual that you're engaging, whether it's a teammate, whether it's a colleague, whether it's somebody, a client, if you show that genuine care and you are completely focused in on making sure that individual has a full, pleasant experience working with you. Yes, checking the boxes. Yes, getting things done. Maybe going over and above from a delivery standpoint. But if they can also like you, the compound effect of that from a business growth standpoint, from a personal brand standpoint, is tremendous. It is absolutely phenomenal. Again, go back to the last person you referred for anything. I don't care if it was a house project or a business deal. I promise you, if you go back and think about the last few people that you referred and thought about how much you liked that individual, or think about the times that you could have referred somebody, maybe somebody that could do the deal, maybe that somebody could provide the service, but then you didn't necessarily want to refer them. Because also think about this. If I refer somebody who is an absolute jerk, but can get things done, the individual that I'm referring them to could be satisfied with the work product that's done. But if they wind up having a really horrible personal experience, if they really just don't enjoy working with that individual, I've worked with people that are really good, but they're terrible communicators. They're ego, they're full of ego. That individual that I've referred them to, the end client, is going to probably not come back to me for referrals because I just referred somebody that's very thorny to them. But also that individual that's being referred, the person providing the service, is now going to be talked about by somebody else in the vein that they are not someone you want to work with. Like, yeah, they can do it, but couldn't somebody else get it done? Couldn't somebody else provide that same service? Now, I guarantee you, somebody will see this and think, I don't have that problem. Or, you know what? I'm the best that there is at what I do. Okay, yeah, but there are people that are always getting better. There are people that maybe are on the same plane as you that just aren't as well known yet. So I to those that are going to stand true to their I'm respected and feared mentality, somebody's coming for your business, period. Now, if you're liked, do you think that they're going to have a chance at getting it? I'll put it this way. Not that, a good example of this was when I was in medical sales, I made sure that I had great relationships with my clients. That was just the most important thing to me. I wanted to make sure that they liked me, that they wanted to do business with me, and that they enjoyed when I showed up. I got it to a point where I had my competition literally kicked out of a hospital because all he did was show up. Because I had developed such a great relationship with that client. They liked me so much. They loved doing business with me. This is not their opinion, not mine. They told my competition when he walked in the door one day, they said, don't bother coming back. There's no way you're getting our business back. We're sticking with this guy because we just really like working with him. I'll take that all day long. As much as we want to be respected and have the accolades and have all the things, it is so critical to have that likability factor. So think about today. Again, don't think about your individual likability. Do all you can to be liked today. Be pleasant to people, be helpful to people, engage wherever you can, ask somebody how they're doing, raise your level of likability. But before you do that, I want you to think about the last 3 to 5 people that you referred to someone and the last 3 to 5 people who were referred to you. That will set the line for what is important on how you handle yourself moving forward. Again, think about what you liked about them. Did they engage you politely? Did they care about what your success looked like? Did they follow through on what they were going to do, not only from a personal delivery standpoint, but also did they provide an experience that you just really enjoyed working with them? That's where you need to start looking at your bar of performance and your bar of likability. Because again, I can't stress enough, this likability factor will make your job easier when you're growing your business, when you're looking for referrals. People are going to want to recommend you. Now, tomorrow, I'm gonna talk more about how you can provide the services that are needed by your clients and how you can make it really clear cut on what you can do and maybe what you can't do. I know it's gonna be a tough pill for some people to swallow, kind of like this likability thing, but you can't do everything. And so how do you become known for the things that you can do and can do extremely well? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Thank you for tuning into this episode. And hopefully this makes you want to be more likable if you're not likable right now. But also understand that that is a very important factor in the success of your business, the success of your personal brand moving forward. Have a fantastic Monday. Go Tigers.